welcome to another video with Ginger and the Traffic Golf Club. Today's video is at a station that we've been to once before, but we've just got off a train here at the end of our previous video to Ashington. Yes, it is Manors. There's the station board right there. I'm going to head over the bridge, so I thought, you know, walk over it would look a lot better, and then we'll see what trains we can come in and out of here, and hopefully we see a Nova, an Azuma, and maybe a Voyager. Who knows? Let's head up the bridge and see what's coming through Manors on a Friday lunchtime. So yeah, just finished the video that we did up to Ashington. I thought, you know what? We're at Manors. One of 3 people on the platform currently. I think the other 2 are getting the train that's going that way up to Ashington. But you know, we're going to do some train spotting because why not? Why is it when I'm leaving somewhere the weather is awful? Cumbria, beautiful weather. When I was leaving, like this. The difference is it's not raining yet. I'm just waiting to see some Azumas and some Novas and maybe even a cross-country Voyager. That would be nice. And another Northern would be even nicer. But we'll see what we can do in this period of time that we stay at Manors. And we're going to get the tram from Manors Metro Station, which is literally just behind here, about a 5-minute walk back into the centre of Newcastle, for me to then get my train to York and the surprise location of what might be the last or penultimate video depending on what happens. So we'll wait to see some trains, because at the minute all the lights, as you can see, are red, both that way and that way. Please change. You didn't read that correctly. That says Carlisle on the front, which means that is the Morpeth train. Morpeth to Carlisle. So that goes into Newcastle Central Station, which is literally just down there, and then follows the route that we took on Northern the other day, but the opposite way around. That's a very long journey. Not as long as one of the others I saw the other day, which was like, I think it went from like this was Bishop Auckland, from Bishop Auckland all the way through like Shildon, Darlington, Redcar, Middlesbrough. And that was a very long route. In fact, I put the full route here. So yeah, Northern do quite a lot of long journeys from the northeast. I mean, that one from like Bishop Auckland through Redcar and Middlesbrough, I mean, that's a long one as it is. But I think Morpeth to Carlisle's pretty long as well, to be fair. The good thing is, the lights down there have changed to double yellow, so hopefully, direction in the not too distant future will be some bigger trains than Northern 158s. We live in hope. Speaking of that route from Bishop Auckland through Redcar to Middlesbrough, it goes through what was, at one point, Britain's least used station, which is Redcar British Steel. You cannot get a train to that station anymore. In fact, you can't get to that station at all, because it's right in the middle of a steel plant and trains don't stop at that station anymore. And also, as you can't get to the steel plant, you can't, and it's private land, you can't actually physically get onto the platform. So I wonder, where is the least used station in Britain of 2025? I do actually wonder where that might be, actually, thinking about it. why that light was yellow, and then as soon as the Northern left, I heard a train behind me and I thought, oh, what's that? Freightliner. Double. With no goods behind them, so whether they're going up somewhere to get them and bring them back, I have no idea. We'll hope maybe find out on this video, but we are now alone at Manors. Just like we were last time we came here. But hopefully it should be fun. One thing I do like is the fact that now Manors does have 2 stoppers. It now has Ashington, as we've been on, and the upper train to Carlisle, which makes it a bit easier to connect in and out of. Obviously it's not going to have loads because of the intercity traffic that comes through here up to Edinburgh and down to London and Penzance. But yeah, it's nice to see that Manors is being utilised for what it is. I mean, unless you knew it was here, you probably wouldn't use it. Because it is, you know, unlike the cookie cutter stations we saw in the Ashington video, you can tell it's a bit old. It's got more cameras on it than it did last time, I can't lie. It's like probably the newest bit of infrastructure in this entire station. But yeah, but the one highlight it does have is we can train spot without, you know, interrupting a very, very busy station like the one just down there in Newcastle, which we will be leaving from down to York later on today on an LNER Azuma, all being well. Just looking that way to see if there's any trains from Edinburgh coming down the line, because I've got London to Edinburgh covered. So we'll see what's coming, and we'll wait to see some more trains. We may have some train movements. It's taken a while. And I can see lights. And it's an Azuma. Beautiful! No video, no Trainspotting video would be complete without one of these beauties, would it? What's better than one Voyager? Another one. Another double, is it? Yes, it is. Well, there's a train behind it as well. We're going to get double bubble in the next couple of minutes. The Pride Voyager, there you go. Right now, I have never seen that train before. I've seen a double Voyager, but I've never seen that particular Voyager with the Pride X on it. I thought that was very nice. That was a very, very nice train. Now, behind that, I did see another set of train lights. Exactly what that train is, I do not know. Well, I do now. It's an Azuma, but as the lights are on red, but that Azuma, I think, is being held. When it moves a bit more than what it is now, we'll come back to it. Now, none of them are at Manors. We see trains hurtle through here when they're not stopping, but this LNER Azuma is a bit different. It's slowly making its way around, but as we can see, the lights are on red, so I don't know exactly where it's going. That horn was from that train. So even though it is literally crawling its way through Manors, and it's stopping now, I think. So yeah, the LNER driver's the only one so far that's beeped. Very nice to get a horn. I think it's waiting for a free platform at Newcastle, and from personal experience, that station is rammed at lunchtime. So I think when that cross country leaves, that will take its place. And hopefully, we'll see a few more trains. Because it was like dead for like 5-10 minutes, and then it just suddenly came alive. And we're going to get a train coming down this platform in a minute because the lights have gone yellow. (800-204). LNER Azuma. I wonder what the number of hours is going to be when we head south to York. Sometimes I'll say that, heading south to York instead of heading north. So, yeah, that's going to be fun to get on one of those. And, as we know, it's going to be first class. And considering how good they were from Edinburgh to Newcastle, I cannot wait to see how good they are from Newcastle to York. One day, we will do the full journey. Edinburgh, London. Because I love Edinburgh and I love London. And, you know, I could do it the other way around, but where's the fun in that? Let's see what's going to come down here. My guess, it could be another Northern, but I hope it's an Azuma. See if we get another horn, shall we? Now that's the speed we're used to. None of the crawling business. We love a fast one going through here. That was rapid. All the way up to Edinburgh and back down to London. That's more like it, LNER. Although the one that crawled did give us a horn, so yeah, that's our favourite Azuma. Until further notice. Next week, and it is, well, it's next week for me, it's not next week for you, we're going to go from here, Chat Hill, all the way to there. And you're probably thinking, well, Paul, there's more stations than that. You're right, but that, Chat Hill, is Northern's northernmost managed station, And Sandbach, which is not in Sandbach, is Northern's southernmost managed station. The price of those tickets was a joke. And I'm not even taking a minute when I say that. They were. Like, here's the price it would normally cost. Here's the price I got it for. Yeah. You're probably thinking, well, Paul, how have you managed that? Well, not by going direct is the answer. And it's going to take me roughly 10 to 12 hours to do, depending on one connection. And it's a train from Newcastle to Carlisle, and the change in Carlisle that could make or break this. Because if we miss it, we have to wait 3 hours. And I don't think they'll accept the £2 ticket. Because Northern released £2 tickets from the 30th of September, 1st of October, 2nd of October. So, whether they'll accept it on the one that's 3 hours later, I don't know. But by then, challenge failed. Because we won't get home then till probably about 10 o'clock at night. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But the light behind me is green, so that's for a couple of weeks' time. Back to today's train video, and let's see what the next one is. Rarity. A fast northern through Manors. As we know, if that's going to Ashington, they stop here every hour going north and every hour going south. So that's probably an Ashington one, because the Norfolk one always stops here. So yeah, got a mix of trains. The only one we're missing is a Nova, and I'm not leaving here till we get a Nova, he says. Hoping the next one is a Nova. We'll see what it is, and we'll make a decision what we're going to do, because I've got one last thing to do in Newcastle and I need time to do it. So yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. I do apologise, I'm talking up my backside. We've already had an Nova. It's one of the first trains we saw. What we're going to do is we're going to wait to see what the next train is coming northbound out of Newcastle, and then we're going to call it a day. I didn't expect to see more trains than what we have, but we might do what we might do with. We've seen Azuma, we've seen Nova, and we've seen the Voyager. And we've seen a Freightliner as well. So, all bases ticked. We'll wait to see what train comes north, and then we'll close out the video. And then I'll head towards Manors Metro Station, where I'll get on the metro and then go on my way to my last port of call in Newcastle before we head south. How fitting is it? Our last train on the Trainspotting video in the North East is quite rightly is how you finish a Trainspotting video in the North East with an LNER Azuma. I do hope you enjoyed as much as I have, don't forget. And that is how you finish a Trainspotting video in the North East of England with an LNER Azuma whooshing past you at Manors Station. And that means it's the end of the video. I do hope you enjoyed as much as I have. If you did, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the kiss button in this video. I will see you in the next one, which is on one of those heading south to York.